grab, hang, hang, throw, throw, smash, grab, hang, hang, throw, smash, hang, throw, hang, throw, smash, grab, hang, hang, throw, smash, grab, hang, hang, throw, throw, grab, hang, hang, throw, throw, smash, smash, grab, hang, throw, smash, smash, grab, hang, throw, smash, 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 smash.
Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another kit reveal. Today we'll be looking at the final unit for the Andor era, which is the KX security droid. We're kind of familiar already with the droid a little bit from Colosseum, however do note that most of us obviously don't have the droid all the way leveled up, so there are certain things that his abilities will still bring that we can't yet experience in Colosseum. So as always, I put together a kit cheat sheet on my SWGOH for Life website. Go ahead, check it out. Link will be in the description below. And we'll go in this video through the cheat sheet and see what really this droid will bring to the ISB lineup. So in terms of tags, obviously Dark Side, tank. So he's kind of, the tank for the team. Which is a funny one because if you've seen from Colosseum, yes, he's a tank. But he looks like, at least in Colosseum, he's by far the biggest damage dealer on the team. And he's like, do you want him taunt and be taken out? Then you lose the damage. So it's a bit of an interesting design. He has something in his kit a little bit to offset that. But anyway, a Droid, Empire, and ISB. I guess some plug and play if you want to use him in a Droid lineup or somewhere. But for the most part, he's really meant to go with ISB, to be honest. And let's go ahead and check out his basic, start things off here. So on his basic, he gains a stack of overcharge and then recovers 20% health and protection per stack of overcharge. So the maximum number of stacks of overcharge, like if you do need to know, there's at the bottom. So for each stack you gain 20% offense and defense per stack, maximum 5. So once you reach 5 stacks, on his basic, he'll be recovering 100% health and protection. That's what I said. He's got mechanics to kind of offset constantly being hit if he's taunting, because then he can constantly cover protection. On its own turn, if he's got 5 stacks of overcharge, shock the enemy and lose all stacks of overcharge. So that's how he's gonna lose stacks once he reaches 5. But if he's got 5 and you're constantly calling him to assist, he won't be landing shock, he won't be losing stacks of overcharge just on his own turn. Very powerful basic ability which we already learned from Colosseum. Then his special ability, gain offense equal to 200% of his defense. I was a bit surprised to see this in his kit because in Colosseum I don't really use his special because all the guy does is taunt and you don't want him to taunt so bosses don't nuke him out. But once leveled up all the way, this could be good. You obviously put a taunt up, you gain extra offense and then he'll do even more damage. This is an AoE ability, not sure how much damage will do, it's hard to gauge in Colosseum. Then also we'll be gaining defense up and taunt. And if all ISB allies, then we'll also gain alert and protection up 100%. So a huge boost in protection up from this ability, again adding more to the bit that will allow him to take more hits. If you do need a reminder what alert does, again, just put it at the bottom of the page. Whenever an ally gains bonus turn meter, while not at 100% turn meter, this character gains 100% turn meter. And this character, most importantly, this is the most important bit of alert, will assist whenever an ally uses special ability. So essentially, you start off with this, you gain taunt, you gain 200% offense equal to the defense, and then gain alert. And then anytime your guys use special ability, you're called to assist, gain a stack of charge, and you'll start doing a lot of damage. Because like even the, as we've seen already, Partagas on his basic calls to assist. Then Dedra, she's got a call to assist on her special. Partagas got a mass assist, so there's gonna be a lot of assisting going on here. He's sort of, I guess, kind of like a night trooper when he also gains alert and he's constantly assisting. So he's gonna be, looks like your main damage dealer and a tank. So kind of a unique kit in that regard. That he's the tankiest, the most durable, yet he's your main damage dealer. So definitely very unique there. But wait, this is not all from his special. Other ISB droids take 5% max health damage that ignores protection. So what is other ISB droids? The only one we currently have is Probe Droid. So with Probe Droid there, when you do special, Probe Droid takes 5% max health damage that ignores protection, which means Probe Droid will immediately fall below 100% health. It's sort of the trick that we used to do with Emperor Palpatine with using Let the Hate Flow that ignore protection in the same fashion, and this will then allow Probe Droid to instantly use self-destruct, and we already know with Probe Droid after the rework it will revive when it's got, I don't know how many rank, I forgot already, but essentially Probe Droid explodes and revives straight away with a full ISB lineup. Very, very cool. It really looks like that KX is kind of bringing together the ISB team really kind of. Without him, ISB team isn't really a whole lot. And let's look at his first unique. So KX gains 15% max health and protection for each ISB lie. So there you go, even more durability. And then if KX is crit, he gains a stack of overcharge. So even more ways to gain overcharge, not from his basic. So obviously he's taunting, he's constantly being hit, he will very quickly reach 5 stacks of charge. So he'll be doing a lot of damage. And when an ISB droid ally is defeated, KX gains Frenzy and Endure. So the way I read this, okay, you use the special, you bring Probe Droid below 100% health, Probe Droid explodes, which means Probe Droid is defeated, and then this immediately triggers this clause effect that KX gains Frenzy and Endure. So even more synergy with the Probe Droid. And what does Endure do? Can't be instantly defeated. The first time this character would be reduced to 1% health, the spell stack of Endure recover health, which can't be prevented. So it's sort of like a, I guess, instant defeat immunity and as well as savior mechanic all in one. Very powerful mechanic. I can't remember who does that already. There's somebody in the game that does it. Is it Scorch maybe? Can't remember. So definitely a lot of even more durability there. And when an undermined ally is damaged, KX taunt. So I'm really curious to see how like Cassian versus ISB lineup will work, because Cassian inflicts undermine on ISB, which gives rebels bonuses, but then this also gives ISB bonuses, so it's gonna be like an interesting battle between the two, how that will work out. And then he's unique, that's where the territory battle Omicron lies. It's got some plug and play actually viability, because guess what, all allies, no matter of the faction, gain 50% max health and protection. A little bit of extra durability is nice, although 50% in a territory battle setting isn't a whole lot. Like if it would be 200%, that could help, but 50, but okay. And then when an ISB ally uses a special, KX assists. So hold on. Does that mean he assists twice? Once because of alert, and then once because of his unique? So if like Dedra or Partagas call him to assist with their special, does that mean that he will attack 3 times? Once because of alert, once because he was called to assist, and then another time because of the unique? Is that how that works? Can you? Probably, I guess. And when IPD self-destructs, all allies gain Endure and recover 100% protection. So outside of TB, only KX gains endure. In this case, everybody will. So nice boost there. Again, I don't know, do we need another like B team for territory battles? Or maybe they'll be A team, I don't know, we'll have to test them out. So definitely interesting. Although, hold on, Probe Droid does have a territory battle Omicron already, so this could be a very nice combo actually. It could be very powerful in territory battles with both of these Omicrons on there. And finally, his second unique, it's sort of like the other ISBs, it's not really like nothing too crazy. It just describes how KX gains and loses rank. So you start battle with rank 1. On attack start of turn, if taunting, KX gains a rank. So really want to start off with this ability, the where he taunts. So maybe we just want to here mod KX to be the fastest in the team, so he can immediately get a taunt, immediately get alert, and then everybody else calling him for the assist. So maybe that's how we should mod him. So that's how he gains a rank. And whenever taunt is dispelled, he will lose a rank. And then at rank 3, KX has 100% counter chance, even more attacks out of turn, more basics. So definitely looks like a fun character to use. Definitely probably release the key component, kind of tying in the Probe Droid into the ISB lineup, because yeah, Probe Droid does some things now after the rework, but without all of these bonuses from synergy with KX, Probe Droid wouldn't that be impactful. So I don't know, ISB lineup definitely shaping up to be a really fun one, but in 5v5, I feel like in 3v3 is like, who do you put on the team? Like in 5v5, a solid squad, Partagaz, good leadership, calls to assist, Dedra spreads undermined, again, calling assists, KX taunts, deals a lot of damage, brings durability to the squad, and nice synergies with the Probe Droid, it's exploding and reviving. And you got Krennic, that's a bit meh, but at least he summons the Death Trooper. And unfortunately that Death Trooper summon with Krennic I believe only works in a 5v5 situation, not in a 3v3, so who will be your 3v3 squad then? You need Partagaz for the leadership. You're gonna bring KX2 for the taunt? And then I guess Probe Droid for the explosion, so maybe in a 3v3 setting this could be a fun team as well. Because Dedra, I guess, and Krennic, they kind of don't do that much, I think. So maybe this could be a fun team in 3-3 as well, with Partagaz, KX, and the Probe Droid. So maybe they'll be alright. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you find this series of cheat sheets fun, useful, helpful. Because obviously it takes a while to put them together, the intros and everything. So again, hopefully you've been enjoying those as well. Thank you for watching. I guess I'll see you in the next era. Not sure when we can expect some announcement. I mean, KX2 is still a week away from him being added to the game. So probably we are a couple of weeks away before we get more information about the next era. I guess everyone's money at the moment is on Mandalorian, because the movie's coming. There was this article on CG that kind of sort of mentioned Mandalorian-ish, and then also the Conquest unit is from, well, Book of Boba if we want to be technical, but really from that Mandalorian era sort of thing. So definitely a lot of stuff they could still add from the Mandalorian TV show. Definitely keen to see what they come up with. But until then, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.